Good morning, Scott Mitchell with Otterby Homes coming to you here from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, inside one of our rental properties that we rehabbed last year. The goal of our YouTube channel is really to provide real world advice for real estate investors. In our 7 years of business, we have rehab to rent, rehab to flip, wholesaled, bought and sold over 100 properties. And we want to share the lessons that we've learned over the past 7 years with you and others to help you get started in your real estate investment journey. Or if you've already, invested in a few real estate deals and you're looking to level up your game and learn some tips and tricks to help you in the process, we're here to help with that as well. So what we're going to be talking about today is determining the correct level of rehab for the property that you purchased. And that begins with choosing the right exit strategy. Now, this building that we're in here today is a small apartment building. This is a 1-bedroom unit. Obviously, we were going to be rehabbing it to rent it. If you were purchasing a single family home, you may be purchasing it to rent or to flip. And again, determining the correct exit strategy is going to determine the level of rehab that you do. So let me take you on a walk through here. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what we're talking about here. Okay. So we're going to head into the living room, and one of the first things that you'll notice is the flooring. On all of our rental properties, we go with a basic LVP flooring. Usually you can get decent LVP flooring for about $1.50 to $2 a square foot at any Lowe's or Home Depot, or you might be able to find it at a wholesale vendor near you at an even better price. But the reason why this is so critical is because LVP flooring is going to be the most durable flooring option out there. It resists scratches, it's usually water resistant or waterproof, so it should give you a good 10 or 15 years of life, regardless of how tough your tenants are on it. Now, some landlords will go with carpet in their rentals, which I think is really a short-sighted decision because obviously carpets stain, they hold odors. So you're going to have to change the carpet every single time a tenant turns over. On the flip side, you may have bought a property with hardwood flooring and you may be enticed to sand and refinish it. But if you sand and refinish it, you're probably going to have to sand and refinish that flooring every single time a tenant turns over because it's going to get scratched and it's going to get beat up. So we highly recommend LVP flooring for rental properties. Obviously, we've moved into the kitchen here, and kitchens and baths are going to be one of the biggest decision points that you have to make as a real estate investor as far as how much money you put into them. Now, you'll see here we have really very basic cabinets. We were able to save the cabinets that were here. We just sanded them, painted them, put new hardware on them, make sure that they're in good operable condition. We put in Formica countertops and a very basic Home Depot faucet there, nothing fancy at all. And then you'll notice the appliances. We were fortunate enough to inherit appliances that were in good working order, so we just cleaned them up, made sure that everything was working properly, and left them as is. Now, if you were going to flip this property, if this were a single family home and you were going to be rehabbing it to flip it, you would want to go with brand new cabinets, with new higher end countertops. We like butcher block, or some people like to go with granite or quartz depending on how high end a finish you're looking to get. You might go with a little higher end faucet, and you would obviously want to go with a brand new appliance package, usually stainless steel. Matching appliances would be critical if you're flipping a property. Now, same thing here in the bathroom. You'll see that we have a very basic vanity. Again, all we did was sand and paint it. We put new hardware on, we put a new faucet in, new light fixture, and medicine cabinet. We always like to replace the commode because commodes have a tendency to get beat up over time, so we always put a new commode in. And then we kept the basic stand-up shower here. Again, nothing fancy. We just want to make sure that everything is, serviceable and it's going to be in good working order for our tenants. Now we're going to head back here into the bedroom. Again, you won't see anything awe-inspiring here in the bedroom, but I wanted to point out one thing that we did where we invested a little bit of money. You see here we've got washer and dryer hookups. Okay, now this unit did not have washer and dryer hookups when we purchased it, and space was really limited. So we decided to tuck it back here in the bedroom, and there's just enough room for a tenant to put in a stackable washer and dryer. Now, usually we can put washer and dryer hookups in for under $1,000. Usually it's about $800 or $900. And the reason why we do that is because it's going to make your units more rentable. And what I mean by rentable is that it's going to appeal to more tenants, and you're going to have lower vacancy rates because it's going to rent faster. And you may even be able to charge a little bit more in rent. You might be able to charge an extra 25 or 30 bucks a month if you have washer and dryer hookups versus not having them. So an $800 or $900 investment into washer and dryer hookups is really going to give you a great ROI over 5, 10, 15, 20 years that you might own a property. So that's one area where you might want to look at investing. So long story short, with our rental properties, we're not going with a super high-end finish. We just want to make sure that we're providing clean, safe, affordable housing for people. And obviously, one other factor that I want to mention here is you want to look at your market, look at other rental properties that are available on the market, and you really want to match that or maybe just slightly exceed it, okay? But you don't want to go overboard because you can easily spend tens of thousands of dollars extra putting in higher end finishes and not get any return on your investment. So hopefully this video tour has been helpful for you. If it has, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We want to come at you with a lot more content just like this to help you with your real estate investment journey. Thanks so much for your time and watching. We hope to see you again soon.